guys, my name is Elsie. This is gonna be my first one on YouTube, but I did two, one mini one and one full-on story time on my private snap, and a lot of people were just like, oh, remember this time and this time and this time, like do story times, like just do it. And I'm just like, okay. And so a lot of people on my snap wanted this. So I asked them what story time they wanted to hear, and they wanted to hear my first fight. So this is gonna be a story time about my first fight. Okay, so it was the summer between 7th and 8th grade. 7th going on to 8th grade year. And I was still a little baby. Like, I was a big girl. I was chubby. And I had my friend, let's call her Cassandra. Cassandra, she was a friend of mine from out of city, and me and her went to like the same elementary school together, and the same, like, we were in 6th grade together too. And she came to visit me for the summer break because she has family over here too. And so she's like, oh, like, I'm gonna spend a week with you, like, what's up? And I'm just like, oh bitch, like, yes. And her mom dropped her off, and then we were just like, oh, like, can we just like go to the mall? And she's like, yeah, sure. And so we go to the mall and we're walking around, right? And we're just like, oh, we're like scoping people out. We're just like, oh, look, she's cute, he's cute, she's cute, like, ooh. Like, she's like, oh, get her number for me. I'm just like, nah fam, I'm shy, like, no thanks. And so when we were walking, like, we stopped in front of a Macy's, like, in the mall that is here, like, in front of Macy's, there's just like this big space that, like, it'll either like have a car or like a booth that's gonna like be there for like a month and it's gonna close down. It's just mostly a giant space, but during the time it was just like one car and like just a bench and like just like 2 booths, and that was it. But it was mostly just space. We were walking like to like go like more down the mall, and a girl like pushes me, like she shoulder checks me, and she like just like she pushes me and she stays there, like she holds her shoulder there. So we're like, I'm kind of just like, oh, like what the fuck. Like, I didn't cuss back then, but I cuss a lot now. Like, I didn't cuss back then, like, at all, like at all. So she shoulder checks me, and I'm just like, okay, like, what the, like, I didn't do anything. Like, I was just like, oh, like, she probably accidentally bumped into me. Like, I'm the same way. Like, I bump into people, but, like, I'll say sorry. But this chick, she didn't say sorry. So it's just, I looked at her, like, I made a face, like, I'm just like, excuse you. She's like, no, like, why are you having my man look at you? Why are you giving my man the look? And blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, and I'm looking at her dude, and he's just like, he's just smiling. Like, he looks so fucking happy with himself. Like, him and, like, the boyfriend and the girlfriend, they both looked like a year or 2 older than us. Like at that age, everybody looked like a high schooler, but like they weren't high schoolers, if that makes sense. Like, they did not look like high schoolers, but like they looked older than us. And I'm just like, I didn't even look at him like, what are you talking about? Like, I was just so shook. I was so confused. Like, I wasn't even angry, like, or like scared or whatever. I was just confused. I don't know how to like go about this. Like, just do I say sorry, or do I just like walk away, or do I just like, I don't know what to do. I really don't like it when people like get in my bubble, and I just don't like it when I just don't like being touched, and I don't like people yelling in my face. Like, everybody's like that. Like, I do not like being touched. Like, if you try to hug me, I hate that shit. Like, unless I give you the okay, then go for it. But like, don't touch me. And she like puts her hands like on me, and she's just like, don't be like talking to my man, don't look at him, don't try to talk to him, don't try getting his number. And I'm just like, I didn't, what? And I'm just like, don't touch me. She's like, oh, you want to get smart with me? Like, you want to get loud? I can get loud too. And I'm just like, what the like, this bitch on some shit. Like, and Cassandra, like, I'm looking at her like, dude, fucking help me. Like, what the fuck do I do? Like, And Cassandra, she was just like, she looked so annoyed. She's just like, dude, like, just stop. Like, just go on about your day. Like, we weren't even doing anything new. You just want to start problems. Like, just stop. Like, why are you gonna be picking fights with, like, 2 little kids? Like, what's wrong with you? She, oh my god, this is where I lost my shit. While Cassandra was over here trying to chill her out, she mushes her in the face. Like, she mushes her. Like, no one's talking to you. And Cassandra's just like, okay, what the fuck? Like, it wasn't like, oh, a grab and then push. It was just like, boom. Like, no one's talking to you. And that's when I got mad. I got fucking pissed. Like, I feel like I've always been this type of person that, like, if you disrespect my friends, I will take that shit to fucking heart. Like, I don't like people hurting the other people that I care about. Like, and I'm pretty sure everybody's like that. But it's like when you see your childhood best friend get pushed by some fucking stranger, it's gonna fucking flip a switch. Like, this bitch got me bent all types of ways. Like, she's stressing me out. I'm over here trying to have a good ass time and get some fucking McDonald's from the food court. And this bitch wanna fucking come and just start picking fights. Like, I was not having it. She was like looking in between me and Cassandra, and she was like, no one's talking to you. And then while she looks at me, I just punched her in the throat. Like, I popped her so hard in the throat, she started coughing. Like, she spit on the floor. Yeah, I should not have thrown the first punch. That was stupid on my part. But she did put her hands on me first. She was grabbing me, she was pushing me, she was doing all that. But when I was defending me and my friend, so that's why I didn't get into, like, a lot of trouble. And, like, the girlfriend's, like, red in the eyes. Like, I don't think it hurt her, but it's just natural reflex to get punched in, like, the place where you breathe. Like, it's natural reflex, so I don't blame her for, like, tearing up in the eyes. Alrighty. And so, and she was just like, so you want to fucking punch me? Like, you actually want to fight right now? You want to fight right now? And I'm just like, dude, like, you're over here hating my friend. You're putting your hands on me. You're starting shit over nothing. Like, I have a right to defend myself. She's like, I hear that you want to fight. Blah, blah, blah. Like, she's just fucking yelling in the middle of the mall. And there's, like, old people staring at me. There's all these fucking workers staring at me. But did any of them do anything? No. No, they did not. They did not. They just stood there and they just fucking watched. Like, got me all different types of fucked up. I didn't know how to fight. Like, I've rough played with, like, my brother and stuff. Like, I know how to take a punch, so, like, her punches weren't really, like, doing much. She was punching me, and I was just like, what the fuck? So I'm, like, trying to, like, hit her back. Like, I'm hitting her back. I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, I didn't know how to actually fight, but I knew how to take a punch, and I knew how to punch. Because after you rough play with a older male sibling so long, like, you get used to, like, I don't know, you get used to, like, a certain type of, like, rough playing, but not really rough playing. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, I was used to getting hit by my brother. Like, not like, oh, my brother beats me. Like, no, that's just how me and my brother was. Like, it may not look like it, but, like, I'm kind of tomboy. Like, I rough play with dudes, like, shit ton. So she punched me, like, right here. And she tries pulling my hair, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I was, like, so, like, in shock. Like, everything honestly went so fast. Like, I just remember feeling cold and just, like, cold and sweaty at the same time. And, oh my god. She's, like, over here trying to pull my hair. Like, she grabbed a hold of my ponytail. Like, she, like, put her hands, like, in my, like, curls, and she just started pulling my hair. And I was just like, that shit hurt because I wasn't used to getting my hair pulled. Like, what the fuck? And so I'm over here, like, I'm hitting her, like, with pure, like, knuckle, because that's how I used to, like, hit my brother. Like, just fucking knuckle. And I was hitting her, and I was hitting her, like, I was getting her in the face. And I went like this to her shirt, and I tried pulling her that way she could let go of my hair and she could, like, grab onto her shirt. Because one hand she was hitting me with, and the other one she was, like, trying to pull me down with. And so I was trying to grab her shirt so either she could stop hitting me or she could let go of my hair. Because it could go either way. Because, like, what the fuck? Like, just stop. Like, you don't gotta be doing all that. Like, that's not necessary. I'm trying to daze her, and I'm trying to, like, fucking get her off me. So I'm trying to, like, pull her shit down. And, fuck. I'm getting like warm. Like I'm getting so fucking heated right now. I feel red. Off me, her boyfriend and Cassandra are trying to like break us apart. Like there's people yelling like they're fighting, get security, get security. This chick, she starts like hitting me even like more, but I'm like I'm trying to pull her shirt down, I'm hitting her, and then I start blocking because she was hitting me like even more. Like she was still fucking hitting me, and I was like I was like, it was so hard because I was trying not to like open my eyes because then she would have like fucked up my eye. But she like she still like got me a whole bunch of times on the side of the face. Like somebody tripped over somebody's foot, and I don't know whose foot I tripped over, but I ended up falling on my side, and so did she. And she looked at this as a fucking opportunity to get on top of me. So she fell on my legs, but she got up and she straddled me. Like she sat on my stomach. Like she jumped on my stomach, and that shit fucking hurt. I didn't know how to fucking react. The only thing I could do was fucking go like this and just fucking cover myself. My mind went blank. All I remember is just trying to hit her. I grabbed her shirt again and I pulled it all the way down. And I started hitting her chest and I started hitting her neck. And I just, like, Cassandra and her boyfriend, like, they're still trying to, like, pull each other, like pull us away from each other. And Cassandra just, like, pulled her and, like, pulled her off me, and then I got on top of this random ass chick and I just started hitting her. Like since I was big, she could not push me off, and the boyfriend's over here trying to like get me off his girlfriend, and I'm sitting on her and I'm hitting her, and she's still trying to pull my hair because while I'm on top of her, like my hair all came to the floor and she was pulling it. And when she tried to go, like she went like that, and at the time I was wearing gauges. I had gauges, but they were like super thin, like the mechanical lead. Like my gauges were the size of mechanical lead, and the gauge like earrings that I had in, they were the stick ones that you put in, and like it's the 2 rubber bands on each side. I had those in. So when I tell you this chick went like this, and she grabbed a hold of my ear and a whole bunch of my hair, and she pulled that shit so hard, I did not feel the gauge rip through my ear. And I have the scar from it. I never got the stitches because I just never got it. I tried to let it close up on its own. So she pulled that out, and I just see it fall, and I'm just like, oh, like she broke it in half. Like I see, I'm like, oh, there's my gauge, and I'm just like, forget about it, like you don't need it right now. So I'm still hitting her, and then I just feel like myself being lifted into the air, and then just like whoosh, just like dragged somewhere else. And I'm just like, wait, what the fuck? And I look, and like I'm crying, like my eyes, I was crying because I was so angry. Like I was crying, and I felt like I was all hot in the face, like I was sweating, like I looked gross, like I probably looked like a sobbing mess. Like my hands were red, my hands were hurting, like all of this was just like throbbing, and like all of this was just like I felt it, and it felt so gross. Like I felt so cold. And it was like chills like down my spine and all right here. Like it felt gross. I still remember the feeling because it was the nastiest feeling that in the fucking world. Like it was disgusting. My head was in so much pain from her pulling my hair so hard. My hands hurt like from hitting her, because when I was hitting her, I was so angry. I would sometimes miss her face and I'd punch the floor. Like I remember that so clearly. Like I was just like like I was going like at it, and I was like mad because I was frustrated, I was scared, like dead ass. I got scared during the fight, but I didn't fucking like say anything. I was scared, I was angry, I was confused. It was just so much fucking shit that like I don't know, it was just so fucking weird for me because like I've never had like to do something like that. I look up and I'm wiping my face and I'm crying, and it's this big ass security guard who's just like grabbing me from the shoulder, and he's just pulling me. There was 5. There was 3 dudes and 2 chicks. And two dudes and a chick, like, they were with me, like, they were all surrounding me. And the dude and the chick, they were with the girl, like, they're helping her up, and they're, like, grabbing her, like, by the arm like this, and they're, like, pulling her. They had us separated. They take us to, like, this authorized personnel only, like, storage room or whatever. And, like, one of the security guards, she unlocks it, and she, like, opens it, and, like, I go in, and they take me down this hall. But, like, when you first walk in, it's, like, the door's right here. You walk in, there's, like, a little hallway, and then it's another doorway, and then it's a room. It's, like, a doorway with no door. It was just a whole fucking wall full of security cameras, like, security screen. Like, it was just, like, you could see every single part of the mall. And I'm just like, if they saw the whole thing, like you could, like, the first camera I saw was where the fight was at. I'm just like, if you could see it, why didn't you go and do something when I first hit her? Like, why? Like, it wasn't that far from where we were at. Like, this, like, the little, like, storage room area, it wasn't that far. It was, like, literally a 2-minute walk. And I was honestly so mad, because it's like, y'all fucking put me through this traumatic experience. Like, I was so dramatic. Like, after we passed all the cameras, we went down this hall. And it was like door and door and then a door. And they took me at the one at the very end. And there was like, it wasn't like an interrogation room or whatever, but it was like, they unlocked it. And you walk in. And it's like this, like, it's like a couch, a table, a chair, and a little office area with like a computer, a desk, like all that stuff. And just like stacks of paperwork. And I'm just like, oh fuck, like I'm probably gonna get arrested or some shit. Like, I didn't know how this shit worked. I did not have any clue what the fuck was happening. All I knew was that my ass was in trouble. And so, like, next to the little, like, living room area, there was this, like, little closet, like a little cemented closet. But, like, it didn't have a door. It just had, like, the black and yellow tape on the floor and just a stone bench. And they're like, go in there and sit down. And I'm just like, fuck. And I go in, and, like, when you sit inside, you could see the whole room. Like, it, like, you could be outside of that little closet, and you, like, anywhere in the room, and you look, like, towards the closet, you could, like, see who's sitting in it. To, like, make sure that you're gonna stay there or something. And one of the security guards, the one that picked me up, like, picked me up off the girl, he comes in with a clipboard, and he looked so annoyed. He was just like, give me your name, your information, and right now we're gonna get a statement from you of what happened, and then we're gonna contact your parents. I'm like, like, I felt gross. Like, I felt cold and nervous, like, and I'm just like, honestly, what the fuck did I expect? Like, I didn't know that this shit was gonna happen. I didn't know I was gonna get in trouble. Like, so I gave him my information, and the girl came in with the other security guard. And they're just like, okay, so you want to tell us what happened? And I told them the story. And they're just like, so this is the first time you've ever gone to a fight. Like, if we search up your name in our system, you're not going to come out. I'm just like, no, like, I'm not going to come out. They're like, how old are you? And I'm just like, I'm 13. I'm 14. I was 14 at the time. I honestly don't remember how old I was at the time. It's like, why are you still crying? I'm just like, I'm scared because I don't know what's going on. And, like, they briefed me, like, okay, well, you're gonna, like, you don't have to pay a fine because you didn't damage anything, you didn't steal anything or whatever, so you don't have to pay a fine, so you're all good. But you are gonna be banned from the mall for a month and a half. And they wrote down my name and my information on this little yellow piece of paper. And I know I have another one because I got banned twice from the mall. That'll be a different story time. Well, I'm pretty sure they did the same to the girl. We had our punishment. We had to do a community service for a little bit. But when I tell you, when they called my grandma, she was just like, okay, I'll be there in a bit to go pick her up. Oh, fuck. They looked at me, they're like, she sounds pretty calm. Like, I don't think she's mad. And I'm just like, she's mad. Like, she's pissed. They're like, why do you say that? I'm like, my grandma's Mexican. And they're like, oh. Like, from the time we were waiting, like, they're just like, here, you could come sit on the couch. Like, you're all right, kid. Like, we don't feel like you're lying to us. And I'm just like, what if I was, though? Like, y'all are, what the? And so I sat on the couch, like, do you want water so you could calm down before your grandma gets here? I'm just like, yeah. So they gave me water, and I fucking chugged that shit. Like, I was scared. And they're just like, so, like, what school do you go to? Like, they just asked me questions, like they're honestly, like, pretty calming. Like, I'd rather hang out with them than go home with my grandma and get an ass beating. And they're just like, and that girl with you, like, that other girl, like, is she your friend? Is she your sister? Is she your cousin? Like what's your all's relation? And I'm just like, oh, she's my friend. She's spending the week with me because she's from out of the city. She's like, oh, she is. And, like, I'm just like, yeah. And she radios one of her friends, and, like, she starts saying all these numbers, and she's like, that other little girl, like, bring her over here. Like, did you already finish questioning her? And they're like, oh, I'll go over there right now in a bit. Like, they had their conversation with, like, numbers and shit. So she leaves, and she comes back, with the two guys that were already with me. Because they went to go, like, check my fucking files or some shit. I don't know. But, like, the guys weren't allowed alone with me. That's why I was with the girl. And they bring Cassandra in. And I'm just like, oh, Cassandra. Like, I give her a hug. She's like, I'm mad at you. But she still hugged me. And I'm just like, damn. All right. And she's just like, I'm just like, so will my grandma be able to take both of us because she's technically staying with me? I had to call her mom, and she's like, oh, your daughter's not in trouble, but she was just, like, here during the incident. So Cassandra didn't get in trouble, so she didn't have no reason to be mad. And yeah, I got home and I got the grounding of a lifetime. But yeah, that was my first fight, and I wouldn't necessarily say that there was a winner because I don't know whatever happened to the girl after that. I'm pretty sure she got the same punishment. I stopped wearing earrings because of it, because traumatizing. But yeah, that's my story time.